On News Prime tonight, APC National Chairman condoles with late Abbas family. And the business news, Edo moves to reclaim all wells allegedly ceded to Delta State. On the foreign scene, 18 people killed in Russian missile strike on Zelensky home city. Out of sports, 300 govers for 2025 IBB Captain's Cup in Abuja. Hello and welcome to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital in Abuja. Hi, I'm Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and start time channel 276. You can also download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has emerged as a flag bearer of the All Progressive Grand Alliance for the November 8, 2025 governorship election in the state. The incumbent, who was returned unopposed, polled over 300 votes during the primary, which was held in Awka, the state's capital, earlier today. Oba Abimbola Awade has been crowned the 46th Alaafin of Oyo State. Awade succeeds the 45th Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Lamidi, who died on April 22, 2022, at the age of 83. The coronation event took place at Olivet Baptist High School in Oyo, where Governor Seyi Makinde led a host of dignitaries, including notable Nigerians. Governor Basio T of Cross River State has officially resumed his duties, choosing not to take the previously 2-week leave extension granted by the State House of Assembly. A statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ntaya Gio, confirmed that the Governor has officially resumed duty after a 3-week vacation that took effect on March 11, 2025. Gil disclosed that the first assignment of the Governor upon resumption is the national assignment entrusted to him as the chairman of the gubernatorial primary election of the All Progressive Congress in Anambra State. And on to Kano State, as the national chairman of All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, has condoled the family and the entire people of Kano State over the death of Galadima Kano, late Abbas Sanusi. Abbas Sanusi, who is the father of the APC state chairman, Abdullahi Abbas, died on Thursday after a brief illness. Our correspondent Idris Jibril witnessed the visit in Kano and now has a report.
Alongside other top leaders of the APC, the chairman Abdullahi Ganduje arrived the VIP wing of the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport to, among other things, pay his condolence visit to the Emir of Kano, Amina Ado Bayero. The Emir's palace in Nasarawa, Ganduje was received by the Sarkin Dawaki Aminu Babba and other traditional rulers of the Kano Emirates. The main reason why we visited this historic palace, Your Highness, is to condole you over the passing away of Galadima of Kano. There is no doubt that Galadima of Kano's death is a great loss not only to Kano people or Northerners, but Nigerians in general.
Ba al'ummar jihar Kano kawai ba, gode masa da wannan ziyara.
The national chairman of the APC, we thank you for this condolence visit. We are sure if he had been in town at the time of the funeral, we would have done it together with him. We thank God he was at the Holy Land at the time, and we believe his prayers for the Galadima of Kano are answered. Back at Galadanchi quarters, the national chairman met with the state chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Abbas, where he condoled him over the passing away of his father, late Abbas Sanusi. Hundreds of party supporters across the 44 local government areas of Kano State turned out to join Abdullahi Ganduje in condoling the entire people of Kano State over what he described as a great loss, not only to Kano, but Nigeria in general.
The Galadima of Kano is not only a loss to his family or to the people of Kano State, but to all Nigerians, considering the service that he delivered during his lifetime he really contributed to the development of traditional institution in Kano, not only in Kano but in the whole of the country. Therefore, it is our responsibility to call the people of Kano State to continue to pray for his soul.
Late Abbas Sanusi was crowned the Galadima of Kano after the death of the 13th Emir of Kano, Alhaji Ado Bayero, during whose reign he served as the Wambai of Kano. From Kano, Idris Juprin reporting for Global Television News.
And now the Lagos State Police Command has issued a directive to all commanders and officers within its jurisdiction, alerting them to a planned nationwide protest. It was reported that civil society organization Take It Back Movement and other groups had announced a nationwide protest scheduled for April 7, 2025. In a statement, the national coordinator of Take It Back Movement, Juma Shauhiolu, said the protest seeks to address issues surrounding the misuse of the Cybercrime Acts and the ongoing state of emergency in Rivers State. The federal government has been called upon to declare a state of emergency in Nigeria's health sector. Patrick Ujiu, the second mate of the Naz Zuma Dhek, made a statement while speaking to journalists during a World Health Day walk in Abuja. Samuel D completes the story.
The second mate of Naz Zuma, Patrick Uju, underscores the need for a meeting involving all relevant stakeholders to discuss and tackle pressing issues facing the health sectors. He emphasized that such a move would help restore pride in the medical profession in Nigeria. He further urged the federal government to implement transparent and effective policies aimed at improving the health system.
This country has gone to the point where government needs to declare an emergency in the health sector. Not just in the health sector, but let us focus on the one we are celebrating today. There is need to call a stakeholders meeting. The government must be honest, they must be sincere. They must come forth with policies that will make people look at it and say, okay, I can take pride in being a doctor in Nigeria. Apart from satisfaction of saving people's lives, solving people's problems, you also take the satisfaction that your own problem is also being catered for.
It's possible. I know that people worry about a whole lot of things, but health, for you to have good health, you must have physical activity. The least you can do is walk. The body is structured to walk. Most people think that for you to exercise, you need to play football, play lawn tennis, or do other extraneous activities. But from what we learn when we have periodical health talks is that walking is the simplest form of exercise. And walking is even easier for the aged people, because the body is made in such a way that the more you exercise your legs, the healthier you stay. It gives you opportunity for your heart works faster, your all internal organs function better when you walk. So I will encourage the elderly amongst us to imbibe the habit of walking.
The group further highlighted the importance of ensuring the welfare of doctors through deliberate effort from the government. Samuel Odi, reporting for Global Television News.
And now the Federal High Court in Abuja has barred all parties involved in the suit filed by the suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti against the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and 3 others from granting press interviews or making public comments on the case. Justice Binta Nyako issued the order following a complaint raised by Akpabio's lawyer, Kainde Agomwi, who accused the plaintiff of embarking on the media campaign by granting interviews to various television stations on the subject matter of the suit, which is still pending before the court. Ruling on the matter, Justice Nyako held that no party or the council should comment on the case publicly, particularly through press interviews or media streaming. And as part of activities to mark the 2025 National Police Day, the Nigeria Police Force organized a walkathon in Abuja. The event featured senior officers, ranked and filed personnel, police, families, and members of the public, all walking through major cities route to promote security awareness. Rapsida Noble has the details.
The event themed Strengthening Collaborative Security Efforts for a Safer Imo State brought together traditional rulers, religious leaders, security chiefs, community leaders, civil society organizations.
We'll bring more updates from that. The Minister of Education, Olatoye Alausa, has called for the extension of the mandatory National Youth Service Corps scheme from 1 to 2 years. And also started this when the Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Olakunle Nafi appeared in a courtesy visit in his office in Abuja. According to the statement posted on the NYSC official page, the minister also called for the expansion of the skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development training programs content for corps members. And now some former domestic workers of ex-First Lady Patience Jonathan O are being held in Okaka Constitutional Center by the state have decried their maltreatment and delayed trial, saying they are undergoing hardship and torture. Two of the workers who spoke exclusively to the reporters begged for help, saying they are languishing in prison. It was gathered that the workers had been in the custodial center since 2019 as their trial faced constant delays due to repeated adjournment. The Lagos Zonal Directorate, one of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, arranged an ex-convict Folake Adeoti before Justice Yelim Wagoro of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos. She is facing trial on a one-count charge of naira mutilation. According to the commission, Adeoti was arrested on March 21st, 2025 around Jobi, Felaway, Keja, Lagos, while hawking naira notes to the tune of 3.8 million naira. And now 2 Chinese expatriates and a policeman have been killed in an ambush by armed men in Abia State. 4 other Chinese expatriates and 2 police officers were, however, rescued by the security operatives. The attack occurred on April 4th, 2025, while the group was en route to a company site in Agukwa, Amaya, local government area of the state. Watching the live broadcast of News Prime when News Prime returns. CCTV installed on Third Mainland Bridge to prevent suicides in Kobe illegal sand mining, Omai said. We'll bring those details plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
And on to business news. Vice President Kashim Shettima explained why Nigeria has one of the lowest tax to GDP ratios in the world. He said this in Abuja at an event organized by the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria and the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. Shettima, who is in Senegal for the country's Independence Day celebration, was represented by the Special Advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Economic Affairs, Dr. Tupe Fazua. He said that Nigeria has one of the lowest tax to GDP ratios globally because over the decades it developed into a nation where many people perfected the art of hiding their wealth from the government. The Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, has revealed that closed-circuit television cameras, that is CCTV, have been installed on the Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos as part of the broader effort to improve safety and security. Omai explained that the surveillance system was introduced not only to monitor security incidents but also to help prevent suicide attempts on the bridge. The minister also addressed recent concerns about the temporary closure and the subsequent reopening of the Independence Bridge in Lagos State. The federal government has reiterated its commitment for establishing more gemstone and jewelry making centers across the country to boost entrepreneurship in the mining industry and support the local value addition policy. The Minister of Solid Minerals, Dr. Dela Aleke, made this known during a tour of the Laros School of Mining in Abuja. Away from that, the Edo State government has initiated a process to correct the alleged sealing of some oil wells at the rural community in the Orion local government area of the state. The State Deputy Governor Dennis Idahosa led a delegation to the community to seek an amicable resolution to the controversy surrounding the sealing of the oil wells being operated by the Supplied Energy PLC. In a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Governor Friday, Agedo, he also met with the Odiwari of the community Pao Diase and the youth leaders and community members as part of the move to peacefully resolve the issue. It now move attention to the foreign scene. Sri Lanka's leader roll out the red carpet for the Prime Minister. Narendra Modi has Colombo balances ties with neighboring giant India and its biggest lender, China. President Anura Komora welcomed Modi, the first foreign dignitary to visit Colombo since the leftist leaders swept the election last year with a 19-gun salute. Disayaka and Modi are expected to sign an agreement on energy, defense and health, but the visit highlight will be the launch of the Indian-backed 120-megawatt solar power project. Ukrainian officials says 18 people, including 9 children, have been killed in Russian missile strike on Zelensky's home city. A further 61 people were injured in the attack on the raid, including a 3-month-old baby and elderly residents. The regional governor, Sheki Lesak, said the 40 remain in hospital, including 2 children in critical condition and 17 in a serious condition. And on to sport news. No fewer than 300 golfers from across the country are set to slug it out for honors in the 2025 IBB Captain's Cup in Abuja. The 18-hole golf course of the prestigious IBB International Golf and Country Club Abuja will come alive once again from April 7 to 12. Ibrahim Babayo, the captain of IBB Golf Club, who is expected to bow out next month, told newsmen that he was elated and satisfied with what he and members of his executive committee have been able to achieve in the last 1 year. The Director General National Sports Commission, Bogusola Olabe, has endorsed Foniso Africa's first dedicated social sport platform in a strategic move to amplify local sport talent through digital innovation. Recognizing the power of digital transformation of sport, NSC is seeking strategic partnership with stakeholders in the industry. The goal is to utilize digital platforms like the Foniso to enhance scouting, athlete management, and sports promotion, ensuring that homegrown talents gain the recognition they deserve on the global stage. He was speaking on the developments. They found out Foniso Dominic Essien expressed excitement about the announcement, saying that it reinforces the platform's mission to regionalize sports networking and career development. And as we wrap up the news prime, let's take a look at the top stories. We told you the National Chairman of All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, has condoled the family and the entire people of Kano State over the death of Galadima Kano, late Abbas Sanusi. And the business news, the Edo State government has initiated a process to correct the alleged seeding of some whole wells at the Yoruba community in Orium local government area of this Delta State. On the foreign scene, Ukrainian official says 18 people, including 9 children, have been killed in the Russian missile strike on the Zelensky home city. And sports, we told you no fewer than 300 golfers from across the country have set to slug it out for honors in the 2025 IBB Captain's Cup here in Abuja. And that's a package here on News Prime. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms now shown on the screen using @Global TV NG. You can also download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcasts. On behalf of the entire production team, we say thank you for joining us here on News Prime. My name is Adikan Michael. See you again.